purple to you? Look closely. Do you see shades or undertones of purple? Well, I didn't either until a very good and longtime friend of mine brought it to my attention. In the movie The Color Purple, there's a line that says, and it's my paraphrase, that it probably ticks God off when people pass by the color purple and don't recognize it. And I think I would agree. Purple makes us stop and take notice. I can imagine that God took his time with his brush and his palette to make purple. Purple is associated with wealth and with power and with royalty. It's unique. It used to take 9,000 small mollusks from the sea to make 1 gram of purple. So only the wealthy could afford to wear it. Hence, it became the color of royalty. So when we think of purple, we think of something that is special, royal, unique, that catches the eye. And when we think of ourselves, do we truly think of ourselves as the royalty we were created to be? Do we think of and see our purple? I found that many of us, especially women, don't see the beauty that lies within. Many of us are humble and modest, and that's okay. If we really think about it, each of us has some purple in us. But over time, life happens. We may no longer see our purple. Well, that happened to me, and with one event in particular. It was Wednesday, November 28th, 2012. I'd just gotten back to my home in Bermuda from being with my family in my other home of Maryland for our first Thanksgiving without my father, who had passed away in August of that year. And as the Accountant General of Bermuda, I had been busy that morning when I'd gotten back, checking in on over the 60+ team members in our department. And as I got back to my desk, I saw an urgent email that come in from my boss. I opened it and it read, "You are being placed on administrative leave for a matter effective immediately." I was like a puppy with its head cocked to the side. What? What is happening right now? Huh? I was familiar with administrative leave in my position as head of the department handling finances for the government. I'd written a policy on how administrative leave should work. And now me on administrative leave? A million questions started rolling around in my head. Who, what, how, why? Well, I called my boss. And as I dialed, I thought, the audacity to receive a non-descriptive email, not the decency of a call or a meeting? Well, once connected, I began asking him questions. And he told me I needed to just pack up my things and I'd be contacted, as there was a complaint against me by an employee and an investigation would be pending. Who? What? Well, I knew these matters could be a lengthy process, but I knew I had done nothing wrong. Now, I don't know what all of this is about, I thought, so I'll just take a few things, as I guess I'll be back in a month or so. I couldn't have been more wrong. To fast forward, I found that a disgruntled employee complained about something we worked together to resolve to correct a situation they'd created involving a third person. And I felt it was the right thing to do what we did to fix the problem. So even though I'd informed my boss about what happened, and in my effort to help them and help others, here I was. As they say, no good deed goes unpunished. Have you ever felt that you've been wronged to your core, where the very essence of who you are, your purple, has been challenged? Well, that's what was happening to me. And on top of it all, it was in the public eye, a scandal. I'll never forget, they put an old and unflattering picture of me from another time looking down as I walked down steps on the front page of our country's newspaper with the headline, "Accountant General Placed on Administrative Leave." And as Bermuda is a small island, it was national news. I felt shunned and outcast. I didn't feel I was any shade of purple at that time, and I didn't think others did either. Some people didn't speak to me, others were told not to speak to me. And the public, of course, thought I'd done something horrible. I heard the whispers, "She must have stolen money." And you know how you can tell people are talking about you when there's this awkward silence when you walk up and they try to change the conversation as they look at you as you pass by. Well, that process went on what was for me 8 long months. I got to the point where I only went out when I had to. I stayed home, and my go-tos were the TV show Scandal, which had aired for the first time that year earlier, and my faith in God. I spent a lot of time in prayer, and weekly I looked forward to someone else's scandal. I found scriptures that encouraged and uplifted me, and I held on to the calls from family and friends who knew the real me and encouraged me. Even if they didn't know exactly what happened, they knew the real Joyce Chesley Hayward, my purple. And they knew that it was not in my character to be or do the things that those innuendos were going around saying about me. And through all this, God reminded me that I'm his child. And that although I had initially decided to fight this with the lawyer and the union reps and everything, because I wanted to save my reputation, I realized God would have to help me, that God would have to fight the battle. I had begun then to appreciate that I would be me no matter what the outcome was. People may talk or think the worst, but I knew I couldn't fix this. Olivia Pope, the fixer on that TV show Scandal, couldn't fix this. I saw that the ultimate fixer was God. It took me some years before I was able to share this part of my story. For a long while, I thought people still thought the worst of me. And I still had some shame that I left that job being allowed to resign. Because after all was said and done, I realized it wasn't worth continuing to fight the battle. It caused me not to see my purple at that time. But I'm telling this story now because I see that God had something else in store for me to do. I realized God had been telling me to move from that job. I'd heard that still small voice a few years before it happened, but I didn't move at that time. So you know what? God gave me a nudge, actually a push. Because sometimes if we don't move to where God would have us to move when we're supposed to, sometimes he'll push us into our purpose. But through that event and the various signs that came after, I saw God wanted me to recognize that I'm his child. He made me fearfully and wonderfully. He put the soft heart in me and the thoughts, the visions, the dreams, the skills for a reason, to use for his honor and glory. I saw that he wanted me to move to do what he created me to do, that he had a purpose for me and wanted me to use my purple. God created me to be me. And no matter what happened, I realized I was the same me before the scandal as after. No matter what has happened to any of us, God has placed purple in us, and he'll work it all together for good. He pulls out his palette, and he pulled it out when he created us to be light purple, dark purple, lavender, whatever shade of purple. Each of us have some form of purple. You know, sometimes we may have to be reminded of our purple, but God does want us to use our purple because he has put it in us for a purpose. You know, the friend I referred to earlier, and I reminisced about what we do and what we've done in our lives and how we help others. And it reminded me that I started my business in the United States years ago because of my uniqueness, because of my purple. You know, I had a knack for seeing what others were overlooking in the business owners that came to me as a loan officer at a bank. I was reminded that I stepped out of that good corporate job as a loan officer to start my accounting firm because of my purple and because I was able to see the purple in others. I was able to help business owners as they put together their packages and their business plans, their numbers, to see things in themselves and their businesses that quite often they hadn't even seen, that they'd overlooked. I saw their great ideas and what was needed to help them to bring them forward. I saw their creativity, their uniqueness, their purple, and I helped to bring out those qualities and use their numbers to tell their story so they could move forward and be successful in their businesses. I helped them to profit from their purple. Well, I did that for about 10 years or so in the States. And then I met and married a wonderful Bermudian man and moved to the lovely island of Bermuda. And after gaining the connections and experiences that I now realize God had planned for me, that passion for helping businesses returned. And I realized I needed to return to using my purple purpose, that there was still a need that I could fill in my unique way to help businesses and business owners to do what they do best because I was naturally drawn to help businesses profit from their purple. I have found that along with helping them with their numbers, it's coupled with the uniqueness that I see in them to help them recognize what's special, what's royal, what's purple, and bring out their best selves. The more I help my clients, the more I see it's not just my skill and expertise. It's because I'm Joyce Chesley Hayward, the CPA. I'm Reverend Dr. Joyce, the preacher and teacher of the good news. I'm Joyce, the sacred dancer. I'm Joyce, the wife. I'm Joyce, the mother. I'm Soror Joyce in my sorority Alpha Kappa Alpha Incorporated. I'm all of that rolled into one lovely ball of purple. It's the fusion of my business mind alongside my morals and the ministerial ethics and the creativity that God put in me that makes me me. The God-centered principles that I use in my business, along with my passion for God, my knowledge and my skill that makes me my brightest shade and shades of purple. It's this me that, and all that's happened in the past, the good, the bad, the happy, the sad, the crazy, or whatever, that brings this me to my clients to help them to be their brightest shade of purple. So how fitting it was that years ago, my business came to be called Fusion for Business. And now I've come to understand all those years ago why I was led to choose the colors of orange and purple for my business. When I think of all that we are and who God has made each of us to be, each of us is unique, fearfully and wonderfully made, special. Oscar Wilde said, "You be you because everyone else is taken." So I am passionate about encouraging others to be their best because we can be and can use the purple in us to bring it to the forefront and profit from that purple. Just as God spent time making purple, He spent time putting all that specialness and uniqueness in us. Whether it's in our business or our personal lives, we can benefit, we can profit from our purple. Whether it's helping businesses, helping family, helping our friends, we can be the best we can be, our best selves. We can bring forth the fullness, the brightness, the brilliance of our purple. You know, Judy Garland said, always be a first-rate version of yourself and not a second-rate version of someone else. So I want to share with you just a little of what I share with my clients that helps them to be their best, to bring forth the first-rate version of themselves and profit from their purple. It's an acronym that I have for BEST, Fusion for Business, BEST, 4 things. B is first, believe in yourself. Know that you were created with everything you need to be the best you're supposed to be. You know, one of my favorite Bible verses is Philippians 4:13 that says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. We have it in us to do whatever we were created to do, to bring forth our purple purpose through God, our creator of purple. You know, there's also a quote by Christian D. Larson that says, believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside you that's greater than any obstacle. So you have been given strength through Christ, and there's something in you that's greater than anything, any person, any circumstance that can come against you. So B, believe in yourself. E, the second letter is educate. Educate yourself. Every day, learn something new. You know, during the pandemic, I realized I was learning something new every day about Zoom, a tip or a trick that I was learning. And I made it a point each day to learn something new about technology. You know, 88% of wealthy people read for self-improvement at least 30 minutes every day. And if you don't think you could do that, just think 63% of them listen to something as they commute. And many of them don't spend time watching TV. So think about continual self-improvement, learning something new every day to help you to be even better tomorrow than you are today. So believe in yourself, educate yourself. Third, stick to it. Or say something positive. Say an affirmation every day. Galatians 6:9 says, let us not get weary in well-doing, for in due season we will reap if we don't give up. Now, quite often business owners just give up right when they're on the edge of a breakthrough. Don't get weary. Don't give up on your dreams, your goals, your visions. And start each day with something positive. Remember, life and death is in the power of the tongue, from Proverbs 18 and 21 from the Bible. So the S is stick to it, stay with it, and say something positive. Speak life over yourself every day to help you to keep on going, to help you to keep on keeping on. Believe in yourself, educate yourself, stick to it, speak life. And the fourth T in BEST for team or tribe. Surround yourself with a great set of people. In business, your team, with people that will support you, uplift you, encourage you, have your vision and goals in mind. You know, no man or woman is an island. They say it takes a village to raise a child. Well, I also say it takes a village to raise a business. An African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. The T is also for tribe. Personally and professionally, surround yourself with people who bring out your best, your purple, your tribe. You know, I have a tribe, and especially a friend who's become my sister. We bring out the purple in each other. You know, it's wonderful because we reflect the purple off of each other. It's great when people see you and they bring out your best, and when you bring out the best in them. You know, sometimes we do take it for granted, and sometimes it takes others showing you how they see you, how they believe in you, how they understand your purple. So remember the T, that we need a team and a tribe that can see your purple and reflect your purple off of you and in you, and that you can do for them as well as you walk in your purple purpose. I challenge you to find and surround yourself with a team and a tribe with others who help to bring out the best you, your best purple. I challenge you to see the purple in yourself and the purple that God put in you. Remember to use it, to show it, to share it, and let others see your purple. So believe in yourself, educate yourself every day, stick to it and speak positively every day, and surround yourself with a team or a tribe. I realize that seeing purple in others, especially my clients, is my superpower. And I have found how I am purple and how I see that in others. And that all of whatever's happened has worked together for my good. I've seen that God has pushed me to my purple purpose so I can help others to be their best and to profit from their purple. That's why he's given me a book that I've written called Profit Freedom, because I believe business owners should have profit in their business to have freedom in their lives, using their financial skills, their knowledge, their tools, along with their purple purpose. I want you to see yourself. I want you to profit from your purple and have profit freedom, to see your best self. So do you see your purple? If you don't, please think about it. Search for it. I can help you with it in your business to profit from your purple. I am Joyce Chesley-Hayward. My company is Fusion for Business, and I want you to profit from your purple. I have a free giveaway from you. If you text PROFIT to 202-335-4255, you'll get some tips on how to profit from your purple. So connect with me on Facebook, LinkedIn, or profitfreedom.com. You can find more about me in my book and my programs. Again, I am Joyce Chesley-Hayward. Have a greatly blessed, beautiful day. And remember to see your purple, be your BEST, your best, so you can profit from your purple.